Hi everyone. Why aren't black women seen as wife material? Many pro-family groups agree that feminism, economic aid plans, and government social programs for single mothers, known as welfare programs, the insertion of women in the labor force, and the abandonment of the traditional role of women are some of the reasons for the low numbers in marriage among all women, including black women. But that does not explain why black women are not viewed as wife material by single black men, which from my point of view is the biggest reason for the huge number of single black women without husbands compared to white women. I have always believed that in order to understand why are black women, single or not, seen as wife material to establish a stable marriage relationship compared to other racial groups, there are a series of questions which we must analyze the answers to understand the reasons why a great majority of black women are single mothers. Why are black women the least respected, admired, and desired in post-slavery society in America? To understand this lack of appreciation of black women, we must accept that black men and women during slavery were considered second-class citizens, and if we add that black women are sexually exploited by white men, that creates in you the false belief that black women are not worthy to be part of marriage. Another element to consider is that black men, the product of the slave situation during slavery and passive behavior, fail to protect black women from the abuse of white masters, which is part of the collective mentality of black men who see themselves as head of the family due to the absence of black men in their need to assume a role in the family, which was reserved for black men. How much does slavery influence the black respect, admiration, and desire towards black women? We all know that during slavery, the beauty model to follow is determined by white women. But also when we talk about conduct considered moral, black women, apart from being considered more beautiful and attractive than black women, also seen as a symbol of purity and decent, contrary to black women who were seen as immoral and dubious behavior due to the behavior associated with sexual promiscuity that was alleged about them. One of the stereotypes that negatively affects black women the most is the oversexualization of their bodies during the slavery system. But right now, when you watch music videos where the sensual movements of black women are exploited by the product of these videos, that they sell a sexualized image of black women. Something we all need to understand, type of negative oversexualized image associated with women hurts the reputation of black women, which creates another obstacle when it comes to being chosen as wife material. Let's be serious about this. No man wants to be in a serious relationship with a woman with a bad reputation, no matter what racial group we are talking about. How does racism, racial stereotyping, and social exclusion affect black women's ability to marry? We all know that during the slavery system, black women slaves were promoted by European culture, especially religious beliefs and behavioral norms associated with European culture. Black women, apart from being considered ugly, wild, and uneducated, were also seen as a woman who was not the best type of woman to establish a serious marital relationship, considering the provocative behavior associated with the rampant oversexualization of black women. Black women did not own their bodies. They were seen as a simple sexual object which was exploited and used by white masters to satisfy their most intimate needs. Many of them got pregnant out of wedlock, which damaged the reputation of black women. Black women using the European standards of a woman was not worthy of being a wife. Type of parameter at the time of being chosen as a wife, which only allowed a concubine's relationship with the father of the children, in which some had better luck, while others became the mistress. How responsible are black men for the negative behavior and attitudes associated with black women? No one doubts the enormous influence that the father figure has on the emotional development, self-esteem, and personal value of black girls as a role model when they grow up in the presence of their father figure. For a black girl, the presence of her father in her life, they grow up with a clear idea of what the role of the father and the mother is within the marriage. But she also has a clear idea of the effective difference between the love and attention of a mother and security and personal validation offered by the father. Black girls grow up with a clear idea of how to be loved and respected as a woman by observing a healthy, loving relationship between their mother and father. No matter how much love, affection, and attention the mother gives her, The daily presence of her father is something that the mother cannot provide. I have to believe that the absence of the father in the life of a black girl could be one of the reasons for the negative attitudes associated with black women who display oversexualized behavior, having sex just to have it and getting pregnant without being married, but also that energy masculine that many of them display, which lessens their chances of being considered wife material by black men. Behavior of the mother which is limited by black girls, which is perpetuated from generation to generation between mother and daughter with no way to break that cycle. Are black men really that intimidated by an independent woman? I've always believed that one of the myths that is heard the most when talking about black men when choosing a partner for a serious marital relationship, which is the worst lie that when modern women promote when they speak, but deep down they live like traditional women when they have a husband. Something that you have to understand, no matter how much success, influence, university degree, and educational level at the moment of choosing a partner, success, or ability to produce, money is not something that attracts the attention of men. Men right now are not looking for a business partner. They are looking for a wife, which are two different things. The last thing a man wants is to be constantly in a power struggle with his partner, where whom has the upper hand is something they don't want to deal with, and the independent woman tends to fuel this type of conflict. As a way to avoid these conflicts between couples, when men are looking for a partner, do not take in consideration that the woman earns or the success she has, because the man is socially considered to be the provider, not the woman. Remember, a man is not looking for a woman to compete with her or depend on what she can offer as a professional. Mostly the man is looking for a type of woman who complements him in the goals that he has set as a human being. I am not saying that a woman with a certain education level is not necessary, especially to talk about market economy, where when both produce their own money, it is necessary to live comfortably with a certain social level. Are racial prejudices associated with racism the reason why black women are not considered marital spouses? It is a factor to consider, but it is not decisive. Is the over-sexualization of the black female body in music videos responsible for the negative image that affects black women? It could be one of the reasons, but it's not the determining factor in why we see so many black single mothers. Is the promiscuity of some black women who have sex with anyone just to have it the reason why they are not considered a marital wife? From my point of view, it is the biggest contributor to why black women are without a husband and raising children without a father. But what is the reason for this behavior? This is where the disintegration of the black family could be the main reason, and this could be the topic for another video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this type of work, please subscribe to this channel, leave your comments, and share this type of video.